What are you doing out there on my dirty window? Oh man, my windows are super dirty.
This is Frank. Frank is my best friend.
Are you turning so I can get a picture of you?
Best friend who becomes family. Huh? I do my best to take care of Frank and give him everything he needs to be healthy and happy. I chose Jace because it's made with real, clean ingredients, packed with premium proteins like organic chicken and powered by superfoods.
You're not really going anywhere.
I take care of me because that's what family does.
So it's Amy coming at you from actually Ohio right now, but it's about a few weeks since we landed back in Ohio from our happy place from Island Living, Island Life, Roatan, and I'm just wrapping up our trip with this last video here until we make it back. And yeah, that was a little critter outside on the bars. What I do to pass some time is mess around on my silks. I try not to do nothing too crazy just in case I fall out of it and get hurt, because Pat was not here this day. He must have been fishing or something. So yeah, just little basic stuff that I know I feel comfortable with, but the crazy stuff, I don't do it when Pat's there. You can see in this video where I kind of come forward a little bit, and you can see it on my face. This book, one of our renters left it at the house, and it is absolutely amazing. I brought it home so I can share it with anybody. So if anybody wants to read it, please let me know, and I will let you borrow it and then pass it along. It's an amazing book. Sundays are for West Bay, where we meet our buddies and hang out in front of Beechers. So we had something kind of funny happen the day that we were there. So I met some friends, did some selfies, but this little girl coming up in this next picture, she was coming up and selling bracelets. And if you've ever been to the island, you know that the little kids will walk around and sell bracelets. Adults do, but mostly it's little kids. And this little girl, I don't know her name. She was missing one big tooth in the front, but the very short story of it is she wanted me to buy a bracelet, and she wanted $10. And she said, Diaz. And I said, no. And I told her Cinco, and she said, Diaz. And she was getting very upset with me. So I told her, okay, I will buy you a Coke, and I'll buy one for $5. Well, she didn't like that, so she just ended up getting a Coke, but she was so cute. This is what you call graffiti. So there's some roots and I don't know, and alcohol in there, but it's supposed to be great for being impotent and also like to help you with healthy things. Those were horses that were walking around when we went to go look at some property. And this is me with a sad day.
Oh, there's no seatbelts. I'll get a ticket right at the get-go.
So we go home tomorrow, and I'm whining already, but we'll be back soon, I think, with Gabby and her friends. If not with Gabby and her friends, we'll be back. So our friend Erica and our property manager, this is her beautiful face on a sign down at Eddie's for her advertising for her realty company. So Nydia is a great person. She's a great contact on the island if you want to help people. And we went grocery shopping the very morning that we left and bought tons of groceries for 2 families. The last time my mom was there, we bought groceries and probably a quarter of what we bought this time, and she said they made those groceries last 3 months. So these groceries are going to last for a long time for these 2 families, and it was such a blessing to be able to do that. I didn't have time to be able to go to deliver it, so Nydia sent me some pictures. This is just one of the families that me and Pat bought groceries for. So it's just a blessing to be able to help people with that baby. And I know that they will even share this stuff with the people that they come in contact with, because that's just what they do. If they get something, they will share. Last day on the dock, last few moments, sad day leaving Roatan, our happy place. It's always sad when we have to leave. So, hey, I'm driving by myself here, going to pick up our COVID test papers. And we just left West End with some friends down there. And it's always bittersweet the day before, or even the 2 days before we have to leave, because I guess you don't understand it. I think my friend LaDawn understands it, and my mom and her friend Janice understand it because they visited the island. Gabby's been here, but I don't know if she gets that yet. She's still young. But when you fall in love with a place, people, an island, whatever it is, it's hard to leave, especially when you have made friends and you've made a home for yourself in that place. And we've done that here, and we love it. And it's always amazing to me just how great the people are, strangers, friend group that we've made down here so far. Yeah, it's just amazing to me how people are they're just great. And that's why we love Roatan. And, I was just thinking, try not to get emotional, just thinking how blessed we are, that God always has our back. He always puts the right people in our path, even if they're only in your life for a short season. And kind of some things are up in the air right now, and just some opportunities that maybe we have, even with my business, just some things are up in the air right now, and new things are coming. And anyways, it's always amazing to me that God always has your back. And what I'm learning now is, people tell me I have big faith, but I'm learning faith right now, more and more and more, that we have to be faithful with the little things that God gives us. And when we can handle that is when He'll give us more. And I'm learning that. But letting go of things, letting go of places, is hard sometimes, because we want to live there, we're cozy there, but God's always trying to move us out of our comfort zone. So I guess that's my blurb. What I learned on this trip so far is that I need more faith, and I'm working on that. I'm a work in progress. So yeah, I'm learning to live my best life, have more faith, and just be so grateful for where God has put me and Pat and our kids. And I'm excited to where He's going to take us. I don't know where that is, what we'll be doing, but I'm excited for that. And whether it's a big step or a little step, I'm ready to take the steps. So yeah, it's just, life is good, guys. And it's not because I'm able to travel or whatever, because if you know me and Pat, we live a minimal life. We have sacrificed a lot. Our kids have sacrificed a lot to be where we are today, to be able to do the things that we can do. And yeah, so it's not because we have lots of money in the bank. We don't. It's not because we can travel and do things that we want to do. That's not why God is so good. God is just so good because no matter where I am in life, on a mountaintop or in a valley, He takes care of us, and He puts great people and great places and great plans, and opens doors and shuts doors, because He's God and He can. And I'm just going to keep being faithful that He's going to keep doing that. So go live your best life. Find a place that you fall in love with, whether it's a campground in your neighborhood, or whether it's your backyard oasis, or your bedroom where you can fart and burp and read and pick your nose and be in your pajamas with no bra or whatever. Fall in love with a place and let that place be your sanctuary, your happy place. And make memories there, even if it's the bedroom. And most importantly, just go live your best life and have faith while you're doing it. God will show up. I promise you that. So it wouldn't have been a big deal, but we ended up getting stuck in the air for 2 hours, running out of gas, have to land in West Palm, spend the night in West Palm, fight with American Airlines to pay for it. And this was in the airport, a bird, when we were waiting, because we had to fly to DC from West Palm once we finally got out the next day. And it would not have been a big deal. I would have just went with the flow or along for the ride, but we had to get back for Gabrielle's graduation party, which ended up getting home Thursday. Grad party was what? Saturday. But we got it all done. We made it home. So that's what's important. It all worked out. God opened doors and shut doors, and we made it back for our beautiful daughter's graduation party. Got to spend time with our other two kids that were in, Levi and Hannah, living our best life with them and their friends. Go subscribe.